Yes, sir, this is the Raider Nation Report. Yes, sir, every Tuesday. Yeah, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am, VIP is to the left. Yes, the new mini bar is open. Absolutely, absolutely. Please say hi to the midgets on the way in. Line to the right, sir. To the right. Thank you. Yes, we do have a new smoking lounge in the back. Please enjoy yourself. Just past the new mini bar. Yes, VIP to the left, regular line to the right. Yes, ma'am, you have to be on a few weeks in advance. Let me know your name, please, and I'll check to see if you're on. Yeah, VIP, you can go ahead and start going in. Thank you. Appreciate your patience. Show will be starting very soon. These guys like to run a tight show. Just getting final things in order. Yes, Kamish is in the house tonight. Yes. Yes, sir. Doors will be opening very soon. Apologize for the wait, sir. Any second. Enjoy the show. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Just where is that, might you ask? Well, I know it's been a whirlwind of a couple fucking weeks. We're all losing our motherfucking minds. Don't really know what's going on. Is it up? Is it down? Is it left? Is it right? Let me give some simple directions, shall we? We're still down the street, past the house, with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask our man Joe. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. Slip him what you should, and he's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, you're going to pass this real sketchy, deep, dark alley to your immediate right. Now, as you pass this alley, it's sketchy. I'm telling you, you look down it. There's no lights. You're like, should I? Yes, you should. As you stroll past it, a cool breeze will hit you. It's going to chill you right to your skeletal core. You'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? Oh, you goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that those of us that stray just a little to the dark side of Raider Nation like to go. Deep behind the enemy line, this is Raider Reaction, and as it is every Tuesday, this is the Raider Nation Report, a solid 60 minutes with yours truly of everything silver and black. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Each and every damn one of you on whichever social media platform you happen to be watching on. We appreciate you. We do got the fucking quad going on. The quad simulcast. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and the Facebook. You know where to find us. Right here. Same Raider time. Same Raider channel. Every fucking Tuesday. There's other Raider shows that you can stop and watch throughout the week. Go ahead. Peruse. It's fine. Just know, when you want the real, you want the raw. You don't want sugar-coated, candy-coated bullshit like some of the other people like to fucking serve. You can always come here. We don't censor. You can say whatever you want. You can have your own opinion. You can discuss in the comments. I can be wrong. I can be right. That's the beautiful thing about sports and sports opinion and discussing it. Thank you all for joining me, each and every damn one of you. We got a lot to get into. It's nice to be able to be in a good mood at this juncture of the season, to have a rebirth, basically a second week one almost. So it's an interesting time. Kaz the Ghost, you is a cool kid. It is a wonderful time right now in Raider Nation. It's a weird time. But it's about to get to, it's about reality check time. It really is. I mean, we've been talking, this and that. We've had coaches fired, GMs fired, offensive coordinators fired, demotions in quarterbacks, injuries of quarterbacks, guys come in, not look good, come back in, look okay, guys come in relief and look great, then get a start and look like shit. I mean, we've had everything this season. But all of that doesn't matter anymore. That's all behind, that's all past. Right now, you got fish queefs. That's what you got. This is reality check time. Okay, after that, you can either celebrate and get ready for a stretch down the run in the bye week, or you can sit and lick your fucking wounds and talk about what could have been. This is where you are. This is where the rubber meets the fucking road. This is where you get to prove if you're that fucking team. It's great to smoke cigars and get all excited when you got a new regime and you win against the Giants, who basically whooped a one-legged man. And it's okay to get excited about the Jets game, too. You only put up 16 damn points. If it wasn't for the defense saving that ass and Josh Jacobs toting the rock, you lose that game. So, I mean, we got to be realistic. It's great to be excited about wins, but this is when it matters. All those wins have done is now get you to a spot where now you're at the threshold. We've been at the threshold of that door before. It's called the playoffs. You're standing at the threshold of the doorway of the playoffs right now. Are you going to walk through it? Because this is the time. You got the Dolphins and the Queefs. You haven't beat anybody yet. Low-hanging fruit. That's it. You got to beat somebody who's real to get into the postseason in the NFL. You got to be at least 6-6 going into the bye week. You got to win one of these two games. I think you got to continue the hot streak, and you got to go smack the fucking fish in the mouth Sunday. You got to punch him in the mouth and shock the world. So much that fucking Kansas City's scrambling and like, oh shit, this ain't the team we thought was coming to town. You got to flip psychological warfare. You got to get down and get gritty like what it takes to make the postseason in the National Football League. You can't keep sliding and we look like shit against them, but hey, we look good against these guys. No. You got to go on a run. You got to beat some real fucking teams. You got to have people in the league talking about you. You got to be able to succeed and continue winning while people are talking about you. That's called a fucking playoff team. Can we get there? Well, we're about to fucking see. Let's talk about it. We got the Week 10 recap. We got the QB club. Getting the club again. We got to talk about the defense, playoffs, this Jack Jones guy. What do we think about the pickup of Jack Jones off the waiver wire? I don't know. ESPN ranking sponsors Cool Kid in the newsletter. the Miami preview, Fan of the Week X. X? The fuck does the X mean? I guess you'll have to stick around to find out, won't you? The WTF to wrap this sumbitch up. Smash that share button, hit a like, follow us on all of your social media platforms. They're scrolling across the top. We're on every goddamn one. Let's get into this son of a bitch. That's enough for the foreplay. We're warm. The oven is warm. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Each and every damn one of you. You're goddamn right, Steven. This is it. This is it. But before we get to all of that, let's have some good, some mojo. And let's talk about last week before we move along and talk about all the other good stuff that's going on. Let's talk about last week, and let's start out. You get the MILF Hunter against the Super Trooper. This was the showdown. The 2-year man against the 1-year man. You got them coming in, 2 young quarterbacks. Zach's just trying to hold on, basically. And Aiden's trying to prove that he's the man. So both these guys come in. We talked about all last week that it really wasn't going to be these guys. It was going to be more about the defense in this game, which it showed out to be. Spillane shut the door on this game. It was all about the defense. It was about the defense on both sides of the ball. The Jets were unable to score touchdowns like the Jets don't. They just don't score touchdowns. The Jets don't score touchdowns. Not with Zach Wilson at quarterback. And, they had the interception early that spotted the Jets a short field. Defense still bowed but did not break. Gave up a field goal. Just kept him in the game. Constantly kept him in the game so that the offense just kept chunking, man. The running game was coming around, and in the second half, Josh started to really eat. Had the nice drive, got him down there, got the touchdown. Very nice throw by Aiden O'Connell. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't anything. It's just called making a fucking play. And I tell you what, man, Michael Mayer went up and got that. He reaped that son of a bitch out the air. That was a beautiful catch. Beautiful play, rookie to rookie. Beautiful play. All around it was a good game. It's another game that you should have won against a New York team. So I don't want to get too excited about it, but it's a great performance by your defense as a whole. The defensive side of the ball looked great. Robert Spillane has continued to play well. You got Divine Diablo back healthy out there, which is a big shot in the arm to your linebackers. Missing him does not help. Masterson did get back out there a little bit. He didn't get a ton of time, but he was back out there, so at least having him out there is something. Who's the other kid that was? Oh, Malik Reed. Malik Reed did get. He got some time in out there as well as Bernie. So to have at least the depth chart of linebackers back out there, I think it really showed. I think it really showed against a team that was knocking on the door. And if they would have got some touchdowns early, I think the Raiders probably would have wilted and probably wouldn't have had the same outcome if the Jets capitalized on that early turnover and got on the Raiders like it looked like they could have at the beginning. You could have had a different outcome. So I think the defense allowed the offense to kind of get its legs under it and kind of chug along, work along, and get back in it. So it was a solid win. It keeps hope alive. It's the second win in a row for Antonio Pierce. He's 2-0 as the head coach of the Raiders, the interim head coach of the Raiders. He's undefeated as a head coach in the National Football League. So big ups to Antonio Pierce. It's not easy to win in the National Football League. So it doesn't matter who it is. You don't make the schedule. You didn't set it up so you had these back-to-back New York games at home against teams that were falling apart. You didn't pick that, and you didn't make the teams fall apart. You can only play who's there, and you can play the roster that they have. So it is what it is. I mean, the Giants went out there. They tried to prop up Danny Dimes. He fell apart. These guys are obviously out there just we're trying to make it through the season without Aaron Rodgers. And all you've got Zach Wilson. He's what you got. And the Raiders are kind of in that boat as well with, Aiden's kind of what you got. If you want to go in a different direction of quarterback than what the previous regime did, the kid's at the end of the bench, and that's what you got. Because, we've seen what Hoyer did when he came in. Garoppolo was so up and down. And honestly, This is probably a great offense if something happened to Aiden and you needed to plug Jimmy in. This is a better offense than what McDaniels was trying to shove Jimmy in, is the offense that they're running right now. I mean, this is defensive heavy. It's run game heavy. I mean, it's the first 2 fucking 100-yard games you've seen all season out of Josh. I mean, where was this Josh at the beginning of the season when the team need fucking drug along? So, but it was probably play calling. It was probably, the attitude of, it's hard to play when you're being micromanaged by a fucking weasel. So, this is a good win. This was a good win for the team. It's 2-0. It keeps you right in the fucking playoff hunt. You're right there. You're right at the bottom of the chart, just waiting. You're at the threshold of the playoff door. You got to step through it. You're right there. You can put one foot through that doorway in the next 2 weeks. And you have to. If you don't do it in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. I think you're right, Steven. And I know everybody, oh, fuck Jimmy this, Jimmy that. I'm telling you, with the new regime and the changes in the offense, if we had to go to Jimmy, I think you would see a little different quarterback than what you've seen under McWeasel. But let's hope we don't get to that. Let's hope this offense can keep, and this offensive line can keep, mostly this offensive line can keep Aiden O'Connell. And I would like to mention that, I mean, all of the offensive line, 100% of the snaps this week. I mean, big ups for Colton Miller being out, having to move guys to tackle position, just as a whole. The offensive line against a solid defensive unit. I mean, it wasn't a stellar performance, but to have a 100-yard rusher and to get the win, hey, they got the W. It was sketchy at the fucking end, but the defense was on the field to help seal it out. But it got a little sketchy there. It got a little sketchy, and you know why it got sketchy? Because we didn't step on the fucking throat. My key phrase, I've said it for fucking years. You got to step on the throat. And what happened? What happened? The offense could have stepped on the throat, never gave the ball back, but we didn't step on the throat. We didn't have that killer instinct. The quarterback didn't take the ball, drive that fucking dagger, twist it one last time. You're done. You're dead. No. We left the offense, fucking gave them the ball back and said, here, let's take a fucking couple fire drill shots at our end zone and have our fucking fan base pissing themselves, fucking people having heart attacks and falling out. They're doing it to me again. No, let's do that. So we got to start stepping on the throat. That's part of getting that killer instinct and becoming that team. I hope they're getting there. But that's part of becoming that team. So it got a little sketchy at the end. I mean, go back and watch it. I almost forgot. I knew it was close, because you're watching it, you're in the motions. But when I go back and I watch the game, and I'm like, ooh, damn, that got real sketchy. Got real fucking sketchy at the end. Like, you had to win, and then you're like, have one more chance. It's like he's playing your kids, and you're just like, oh, I'll give him one last chance. No, you can't do that in the National Football League, man. When you got the fucking knife in him, you got to twist that bitch. Snap the fucking blade off. And watch him lay there. Bleed out. That's how you got to win games in the National Football League. You can't fucking, you gotta be as aggressive on that last drive as you were all motherfucking game. You can't go pussy in the last fucking drive. And so many teams do that. Like, I don't want to make a mistake and turn it over. Fuck that. Go for the jugular, man. Stick the fucking knife in him and snap the fucking blade off. That's what you got to do. Sorry. It's a violent game. Quit trying to make it fucking goddamn flag football. It's a violent game. This is fucking gladiators out there. Go out and finish shit. Leave bodies. Come on. Fuck that trading jersey shit. Do that in the back where we can't watch you. I still want to think you fucking hate each other like it used to be. Football was beautiful when they hated each other. God damn it, what happened to the hate? Put hate and violence back in football, man. That's the problem. That's the damn problem. You took all the hate and violence out of football. I mean, we go through shitty weeks. Sunday, we're supposed to come and watch this fucking violent, brutal fucking battle. Make football violent again. Let's get in the club. Let's get in the club. We got to talk about him. The fucking Super Trooper. I tell you what. I'm not sold on the Super Trooper yet. But he's looking okay. And what I like is what they're doing with him. And I think it's smart game planning. I think it's smart coaching. You got a little glimpse into it when they talked to Josh Jacobs before the last broadcast, and he said he was given a list of plays. Which ones do you like? I'm sure they did the same with Aiden. Which plays do you like? Which ones are you comfortable with? Which ones do you like in this situation? And you're able to give your input. I guarantee you McWeasel wasn't doing that, and Josh said that too. He hadn't been asked in a long time, like a year and a half or so, about his input on the offense. It's just you go out and do this. I'm the boss. You're the employee. Go do this. And it can't be like that. It's got to be a team, because everybody does something better, or, hey, I like the power run, or I want to run the counter, I want to run off of this guy's ass a little bit because, he blocks well in this situation, things, just little things like that. I like the way Aiden gives me the ball in this situation because of his body size, or the way it's just, there's all kinds of little nuances of working with each individual. And, right now, you've seen 2 weeks of him come out and play fucking power football. You've seen great run blocking. You've seen Josh go for 100 yards 2 games in a row. And you haven't seen spectacular stats from Aiden O'Connell. But what you have seen is consistency. He's been clean with the football for the most part. I mean, he has made a couple. He has had a fumble, and he has had a pick. But for the most part, fairly clean. But his QBR is really good, and he's making smart decisions, and he's playing within what they're asking him to do. He's just being smart in what they're asking him to do, and they're not asking him to do a lot. They're just asking him to be the guy out there managing the game right now. He's not the guy that has to go out there and win the game. There may be a point that comes in the game, but right now, if he just plays and does within what they're wanting him to do, and I think you're going to see that ratcheted up a little this week, though. But as a whole, man, I'm happy with what I've seen Aiden O'Connell do these first 2 weeks. And it was, like I said, it was perfect transition. Because you had the Giants who, they were a completely wounded team. They didn't have an offense. Nobody to be the quarterback. And it all fell apart in that game. They weren't prepared for it. So that was a perfect storm to get your win, get your legs under the rookie. Then the next game was a ramp-up. You're playing a real defense, but they didn't have a real offense. So you had a real good high probability of win in that game as well. Now you meet the real challenges. The next 2 games. These are real playoff contenders in the AFC. And one's sitting in the top spot of your division. So now we're going to see. It's great to be happy about the 2 wins against the New York teams. I mean, it's 2-game winning streak is a 2-game winning streak. But, man, these next 2 games are really it. They're really it. And we're going to get to that in a second because we're going to be talking playoffs here just a second. Let's move on. Let's talk the defense right here. I mean, the defense, again, they were the story of this game. By far, the defense was the story of this game. The linebacker play, Mad Max Crosby, is just a generational player. Enjoy it, Raider Nation. I hope that we get to watch him in the silver and black for his entire career. I do believe in his heart he wants to be a Raider forever. In this league, it just doesn't happen like that very often, so I'm hoping he's one of those guys because, man, I just can't imagine seeing that guy playing in another uniform. He embodies what it means to be a Raider. Embodies it. He's an amazing player. And just watch it. Just, if you have the time, go back and just watch either one of the last games and just watch Mad Max Crosby. Every play. Just watch Mad Max. He's just amazing. The motor on that guy is absolutely amazing. He just never fucking stops. And it's just tears the offensive guy down. To be in the fourth quarter and you've gone against this guy all fucking game and you're like, motherfucker, he's still coming. He's still coming. Like, bitch, I'm coming still. Get off the tracks. He's still coming. Still coming. That's got to break a guy down. That's got to break a guy down at some point. And those are when the sacks come. Amazing player, man. An amazing player. Generational player. We're lucky to be watching him play right now. And I just hope we get to see him perform on the level of play that he should be performing on, which is playoff football, impact games, and we'll see. We'll see. This was another great win by the defensive side of the ball. I mean, these guys, they're playing great. They really are. And, you know, I kept saying I'm not on the fire Patrick Graham bandwagon. I haven't been. I thought he needed time. And I think great defenses need time. They need a year or two to implement and get going. You got to bring your guys in. You got to bring in scheme guys. You got to bring in guys like Spillane. That's like plugging a heart right in the middle of your fucking defense. Yeah, you got a guy with the same type of fire in Mad Max on the defensive line on the second level. I think Epps and Moehrig are playing some underrated safety as a tandem. I think they are doing a lot better. If you go watch some of the defensive play over the past several weeks, I think those guys are doing a lot better than they're getting credit for. The corner play has been a little sketchy, but the corners have been banged up. We're going to talk about that in a second. They went and tried to help out with that with Jack Jones. I'm not sure if that's the answer there, but we'll see in a second. Defensive side of the ball has been the strong point, and I've been saying it for weeks. I thought they were right there. They're ready to turn a corner. They're ready to turn a corner. Man, they're right at the corner. They've got like 1 foot around the corner, and they're like halfway around it. Waiting on the other side's the Dolphins. You got to prove it against a real team. And I think this could be the week. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. So stay with me. But the defense is... We've been wanting a defense. That's why I think we're reserved as a fan base, and people don't want to give Patrick Graham any time because we just want a defense so bad. And we know that that's what this team's been missing for a long time. It is a solid defense on the other side of the ball, because you've had points in the Derek Carr era where the team was putting up some motherfucking points. And if you had a defense that was solid and could shut some games down on the other side of the ball, there was a lot of them games that wouldn't have got away from you, and we all know that. So we've been dying for a defense as a fan base for a while. But I think you got to give them a little more leash, because you start to see this defense is coming around. And this may be the guy that needs to stick around. I'm not on the get rid of Patrick Graham bandwagon. I think he needs a little more time. And I think this defense is turning the corner. But we got to see what they can do down the stretch. I think he can win his job and solidify himself as the defensive coordinator for the Raiders with what he does down the stretch of this season. So we'll see. We'll see. It's his to do. Because, ultimately, it's all about making the playoffs, right? You got to be 6-6 going into the bye week to make the playoffs, in my opinion. 10-7 will get you in. I don't think 9-8 will. 10-7 will get you in. To be 10-7, you got to be 6-6 at the bye. That means you got to beat either the Fish or the Queefs, one or the other. And that allows you to drop one game out of the last 5 and get in. If you go in less than 6-6, going in at 5-7, that means now you have to run the table coming out of the bye week. That just puts so much pressure on a rookie quarterback, on a team as a whole, that we can't make one mistake. That's so much pressure. I don't, that's setting yourself up for failure. If you've backed yourself in that corner, man, that's just hard to come out of. I mean, ESPN right now is only giving the Raiders a 1% chance to make the postseason. 1%. They're only giving them a 1% chance to make the postseason right now with where they're at and what they've got left on their schedule. And it's because it's not an easy road. I see everybody, we can beat these guys, we can beat these. There are 3 games, the 2 Kansas City games and the Miami game this week, that are legitimate AFC competition. We've proved that the Chargers game is not a walk in the fucking park either. Okay, we've proved that as a franchise over the past several times we've played the Sparklers. Yeah, we've had success. We beat the Sparklers. We're basically trading punches, but it's not a fucking guaranteed win. Minnesota's got Mr. No Eyebrows. They've got all this emotion now, too. They're a whole new team just like the Raiders, riding on this emotional fucking high. Will they still be riding that by the time they see the silver and black? Are they even the fucking same team they were with Kirk Cousins? They're getting fucking Jefferson back, too. How are him and Dobbs going to connect? Are they going to be like fucking Bert and fucking Ernie? Minus the eyebrows? Which one doesn't have eyebrows? That'll be Dobbs. I'm just saying, gotta be 6-6, man. Gotta be 6-6. You have to win one of these 2 games for a multitude of reasons. One, because mathematically, you got to win one of them because of 6-6. 5 games down the stretch, you can lose. You can go 4-1 and get in the postseason at 10-7. Second, it's psychological. You can't. These are the first 2 real competition. You can't go out there and get fucking shellacked by both these teams, lose these fucking games, go into the bye week on a 2-game losing streak against the only real competition you've seen all season, and that's just, and then be expected to come out and run the table. Psychologically, you let all the momentum out of the balloon that everything you built out of the 2 games against the Giants is gone. All the positive mojo's lost. You lose all that momentum. Every good mojo you had, all that shit is gone. Gone if you lose both these games. These games are huge. This is the hinge pin of your season right here. It's swinging on these 2 games. You're swinging south or you're swinging north. You're going to swing into fucking playoff fucking conversation, or you're going to swing right in the fucking toilet. That's it. This is it. You know, we've had the ups and downs. You fired motherfuckers. You benched. Injuries. This, that, and the other. Here it is, man. This is the time. The rubber meets the fucking road right now. This is real AFC competition. These fucking teams are going to be in the postseason. Are you going to be there with them? Are you going to get in the fucking door? Are you going to step through the fucking door? Or are you going to stand there and piss yourself? It's time. It's time. We can talk all of the fucking, hey, he listens to NWA, he drives an Impala, we won 2 games in a row, we beat the Giants, we beat the Jets. It don't mean a motherfucking thing if you go to Miami and get your fucking teeth kicked in, and then you come back home and fucking Mahomes throws 4 or 5 touchdowns on your ass. Then it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. Then you're sitting at 5-7, and everybody's saying, "Oh man, they probably do need a coach. They probably ought to go get a quarterback." And then all that fucking good talk is gone. That's how it happens in this league, man. You are fucking. What have you done for me lately? You're gold one week and you're shit the next. That's how it works. Let's remember what the whole league and every fucking show was saying about the Raiders. Not even fucking 3 weeks ago. We were shit. The franchise was shit. Dysfunction. Look at how much money Mark Davis has thrown. It was absolute shit. You gotta win. You gotta win. You gotta win one of these 2 games. You have to prove. You have to prove to the league, to yourselves, to your fan base, to everybody that you belong. That you are one of those teams that motherfuckers need to worry about. You need to be one of those teams on the schedule that they're like, fuck, we got to play the Raiders this week. You got to be one of those teams again. Let's see it. Let's see it. I want to see it. I'm going to fucking be there. Front fucking row, I want to see it. I'm going to be there in Miami. ripping my ass off, cheering my ass off. I want to see it. I want to be there when they shock the motherfucking world, because I always believe, any given Sunday. Sports are weird, man. Sports are weird. You can have a fucking fucked up resume like Antonio Pierce and end up in a fucking head coaching job and be like, hey, I've won a couple of games now. And then you start winning, and and all of a sudden, that's sports, man. Just whatever gels and makes a team come together and work as a team for a common goal, and you start believing in each other, and dude, that they make movies about that shit. That's a fucking Disney movie, man. They make Disney movies about that shit. That's like some Rudy shit. And they're gonna have Marky Mark in this. That's what sports is all about, right there. Oh, this kid, man. Let's talk about this guy. So, Jack Jones. All right, so we already brought in one busted-ass Patriot from the Joneses. That didn't work out. You know, McWeasel had ties to an old Patriot Jones as well. I'll bring him in. I know he's a little fucked up, real rough around the edges. But he'll work out. Yeah. That ended up being a train wreck. So then the new head coach comes in and be like, there's a new Jones out there on the street. He's a little fucked up, a little twisted in the head. You know, I mean, who doesn't drag a couple firearms through TSA every once in a while? I mean, doesn't everybody do that? No, only stupid fucking people do that, okay? Only really stupid fucking people do that. Really dumb fucking people. And it's not like he's 16 or 17. He's a goddamn grown-ass man. Okay, then you can't make curfew. You can't follow team rules. You can't do this. You can't do that. And they cut his ass. So Antonio Pearson goes and scoops this dude up. This is my first question that's got me scratching my fucking head. Now, I understand Antonio Pierce, the team has won 2 games under him against fucking low-hanging fruit, and the fan base thinks this guy can do absolutely no wrong. Oh, he's the exact guy that to be in the ear of this kid and turn him around. Hey, man, this dude used to coach this kid. Didn't he used to be in his ear before? How well did that work out for him in his life? He's a fucking grown-ass man. He was around when he coached him in high school. How well did the mentoring work for him back then? Apparently it didn't work too fucking well. I'm just saying. You guys this fucking age that are doing dumb shit like this, guys, don't bring this guy into this team. Don't bring this guy in. Why you want to bring problems in? This guy's getting in fucking trouble in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Foxborough! You know what the fuck there's to do in Foxborough? Jacking fucking shit! And now you're gonna drag this problem to Vegas? Why? Why drag shit like this in the locker room? I don't understand it. I don't like this. I don't like this move. Maybe he'll turn out to be all right. I say he's gone. Yeah. Goddamn! Please God, Jeff, come on now. That'll be the next fucking Jones. They're gonna be calling up Mac. Hey, Mac. Oh, fuck it. Get rid of Hoyer. Fucking. Maybe he can be number 3. Him and Josh know each other, right? Josh Jacobs. Oh, jeez. I didn't like that pickup. I don't like bringing problems in. He is a Band-Aid player, I get it, but he's a Band-Aid player with a rap sheet. You could go get quality guys who are upstanding citizens and are serving serving meals to the homeless and shit and helping little old ladies across the street. They ain't toting fucking goddamn semi-automatic weapons through the fucking airport. Could we go get guys that at least got a half a fucking marble? I mean, that's all I'm saying. I understand needing depth, but fuck. Do we gotta bring in a charity case? Seriously. If you're this fucking age and you ain't got your shit together, come on, man. You know how many fucking guys like this I've seen in my office through my career that have left the NFL and had a chance? I've even seen guys that were in fucking playoff games have caught playoff touchdowns, and they're sitting in my wanting to do fucking service work for $15 a fucking hour. It's guys like this. It's guys like this. Fucking knuckleheads. You could have done better. You may be able to make something out of him, but you damn well could have done better than fucking went and scooping this fucking guy up. I don't think he's gonna help for shit. But whatever. Moving along. Let's talk about where the world is seeing the Raider Nation right now. The franchise. We're the worldwide leader in bullshit related to sports. They believe the Raiders only have a 1% chance to make the postseason, and I'll give them a one-finger salute for that 1% chance as well. But let's see where they currently rank. The Silver and Black, the worldwide leader in bullshit related to sports, thinks the Raiders have moved up one spot. They have not quite cracked the top 20, but they are right fucking there, moving up from 22 to number 21, sitting at 5-5 right now. Like I said, you're standing at the threshold of the playoffs. You're right there. You're at the fucking door. Do you step through? Do you take that first step through this week and go and smack the fucking fish in the mouth? This is when you prove the world wrong. This is the first game that you have a chance to make the league go, and the fan base around the world and the other fans go, wow. That's 3 games in a row, and the Raiders just beat the Dolphins in Miami. Yeah, they may be something. It's the first time they're going to raise a little eyebrow at the team. So, this is a big game, man. This is a big game. You get a chance to go out and show out a little bit. The team needs it. The fan base needs it. So, we'll see. That's where we're at this week in the ESPN rankings. Sponsors, Cool Kid, and the newsletter. Go to RaiderReaction.com. While you're at RaiderReaction.com, check out our sponsors right there on the homepage. Clear live streams. Hit that button. Sent Bryant a message. He'll give you the hookup. Get you the hookup for watching your Raider games, all your other sports, movies, TV, all that shit. Fuck that YouTube, TV, DirecTV. Don't get bent over by the man. Raider Nation hooking up Raider Nation. Clear live streams. Give them the hookup. While you're there at the website, go to the subscriber tab. Learn about being a subscriber on our Facebook page and what it is to be one of the cool kids. Got the badges out there in the audience like JoJo the Wolf and Mario. Some of the other cool kids that have been commenting as well. Dale, some other guys I've seen up in there tonight. Be one of the cool kids and you get in on our raffle. It's the first part of every month. Usually the first Thursday of the month. Sometimes it's the second Thursday, but usually it's the first Thursday of the month. But it's always at the beginning part of the month, of every month. And we got some goodies to give away. So if you are one of the cool kids, you can get in there and help support and feed the fucking midgets. And while you're there, scroll to the bottom of any page, throw your email address in there so you can get in our mailing list to get the newsletter when we get around to sending it out every month. There we go. That's enough shameless promotions. Miami preview. South Beach action. South Beach action. Is that just a logo that strikes fear in you at all? I mean, really. I mean, look at that. I mean, your logo is supposed to be something fierce. You're supposed to be gladiators, like, out there battling the other team. Like, a lion, a tiger, a raider, a Viking. I mean, even a falcon's a fucking bird of prey. A fucking dolphin? I mean, it's basically like a gay shark anyway. I mean, like, you're out there swimming like, hey, squeak, squeak, you want to play? Flipper, flipper. I mean, come on. Spit a ball on his fucking nose. Jump through fucking hoops. He's even got a hoop right there on the fucking logo. How intimidating is that? It's just fucking lame. It really is. So, anytime we lose to the Dolphins, it's just pathetic. And we typically don't lose the Dolphins a lot. The Raiders have done pretty well. I've been to I've been to all of the recent Dolphins Raiders games. Damn near everyone since I've lived in the Sunshine State. And most of them have been wins. The last one I was down to was a preseason game. Won that one. Doesn't really count. That was last year, but hey, it is what it is. And not that there's anything wrong with that, Chad. I just call him as I see him. But Miami preview. This is the first real competition of the season. You have shed the stupidity of the previous regime. It is Antonio Pierce's team. You have a new quarterback. You have pointed in a new direction. You have a new play caller. You have won 2 games, and the league is starting to just chatter about the Raiders just a little bit. There's conversation about the team now. You have not beaten anybody worth a fuck yet in this season. You've gotten some wins. You're 5-5, 500. You've won the games you should have won, and you've lost some games you should have won. And you're 5-5, which is fine. Forget all of that. 5-5, you're able to start from right now. Well, from right now, with the 2 games that you've won, you've put yourself in the chance to have a conversation with this win. Put yourself right in the playoff conversation, right on the threshold of the postseason. And I think this one's the one. I mean, like I said, I think you got to be 6-6, and yeah, if you drop this one and then you go and beat Kansas City, you're still 6-6. But I think this one's bigger for the psyche. I think this one's bigger for the psyche because I think if you go on the road and you win this one and the team has won 3 straight, even if you go back home and you drop the game to Kansas City, if you make that a competitive game and you're in that game and you get a little sense of this team of maybe how to beat Kansas City the next time you meet them, because I just think you need to win one or the other of the Kansas City games. I think you got to split with them. I don't think you can be swept by them. You could be swept by them and still end up 10-7 if you beat the Dolphins in every other game that you have besides the 2 Kansas City games. You still could be 10-7 and not even beat Kansas City. But at some point, I believe you have to go through Kansas City. If it ain't in the regular season, it's going to be in the postseason. You've got it. They are the nemesis. You're going to have to vanquish them at some point in the season. I believe it. But I think this one's a bigger game in these 2. Is this Miami game? I think this proves a lot to your team. This has been like the Cinderella team everybody's been talking about all year. They've got so much speed. They're this and that. You know, you got Tyreek Hill, Tua. This is a big game. It's a big game. It's on the road. It's the dreaded East Coast trip. It's all of that shit. This is a prove-it game for this team. This is really a prove-it game. I'm on the fence with this game, man. To me, I'm. This isn't one I can say. I can just sit back and say, "Oh yeah, the team's just rolling. They're going to go in and smash." I hope, in my heart of heart, trust me, I'm going to be sitting right there in my heart of hearts. God, I want this one so bad, so bad. You have no idea. I want this win so bad. But man, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. This team is legit. They got speed. They got a decent defense. And we've only seen the team really put up points against the Giants. This was a tough one. It's a tough one on the docket here. It's not an easy one. You gotta stop. They're supposed to get the Devin Achane back, or Achane, or however you pronounce his last name. I think it's Achane. They're supposed to get him back as well. That's been the rumor. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game. We'll see what you cats think about it as well here in a minute. Let's move on, shall we? So, we got this little segment down here called Fan of the Week X. What the fuck does that mean? We added an X to that shit. That doesn't. It's not X-rated, so don't be going getting all excited now. I mean, it is X-rated, I guess. Not that kind of X-rated. Fan of the Week X. So, it means It's like XL. You got an extra part to it. So, fan of the week this week. Of course, we always like to, fan of the week. You guys did step up to the plate this week with fan of the week. So we do have a fan of the week this week. This week's fan of the week, hailing out of the West Coast, representing Raider Nation, Mr. Graham Steele Jr. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Graham. Appreciate you. Graham has been a cool kid. I don't think he's current. Are you a cool kid? You might be a cool kid currently. Fuck, I don't remember. I think you are, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You were your number 22 in the last raffle. Yes, he is a cool kid currently, but he is not here watching. He does watch over on the YouTube channel, so he may be watching. I don't know. Maybe he's watching right now. Say what's up over on the YouTube, Graham. Thank you for watching, brother. Appreciate you supporting. Shoot me your address as usual. You know the drill. And I got some goodies for you, my man. Thank you for watching and participating. Now, there he is. See, it's always nice when the cool kids are watching when they win something. Appreciate you, brother. All right. I don't do it very fucking often, but I'm going to do it right now. And we're going to do it maybe a couple times in the upcoming weeks. Let me dial back my time here. And we're going to go into OT. Little fan of the week X. So if you didn't get to be fan of the damn week, maybe you got something on your damn mind. The Raider Reaction operators are manning the switchboards, but we will only take one motherfucking caller at a time. So if you would like to call into the show, you would like to join the show, you would like to talk some silver and black, we're going to open it up for about a couple minutes. I might take 2 to 3 calls. So if you would like to call in, there's the damn number. Call in, say what's up, talk about what you feel about what's going on. Antonio Pierce, you want to tell me I'm an asshole and you wish I'd stay off your timeline? Whatever you'd like, I don't care. What have you got? Operators on. We'll leave it go for a minute or two. We'll see if we see. Obviously, there's a delay, because I'm going through a stream and a stream and a stream and a stream. So by the time you guys actually see this fucking number, it'll be a minute. And half of you are probably like, fuck that guy, ain't calling in. But if you would like to call in, I'm dropping it as a surprise this week. But if you would like to call in, we will probably do it next week as well. So at least you'll have a little a preempt. You'll know it's coming next week. But I will give you a memento, and we'll see if somebody wants to call in. If nobody wants to call in, that's quite all right. But I always get people that ask. So I thought we would throw it up as an option this evening. And there's crickets. It figures. I told the guys too. I said, you watch. Every time it's usually crickets. Because I don't ever do call-ins. Here, I'll take some comments. We need to turn the dolphins into filet-o-fish and send them to... Hold on, we got somebody. Who do we got? Who's who? What's up? You're on the Raider Nation Report.
Hey, what's going on, Commissioner? What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
How you doing, man? I love watching your shows, man.
Who do we got, man? Tell me who you are. Who we talking to here?
You're talking to Jonathan, man, from Southern California, my man.
Oh, right on. So what do you think about what's going on right now, man?
I'm just enjoying the 2 wins, my dude. That's all that matters, and I'm glad Mick Weasel's out of there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So how you feel? What are you feeling about the game this weekend?
Yeah, Miami. They are high flying, but to me, how I look at it is, it's gonna be a nail biter. But I think Miami's kind of beatable in that way.
Well, they haven't beat anybody either. I mean, they've beaten all sub 500 teams. I don't think they've beat anybody over 500. So they're a team that's they're kind of at a prove it point too. I mean, this is a prove it game for them kind of as well. I mean, they're supposed to beat us. They're supposed to beat us. So
they're gonna get. I think that they're gonna get a little too hyped up. I think. I just you know how teams are when they play us, they get way too hyped up. I mean, a lot of teams do that. So you know, the way I look at it, but did it. I mean, it's a heck of a game, and you know how it is. We ain't too good on the road, so we need to fix that. So.
This is true. This is true. As I say, this is definitely a tough bill, man. It's a road game. It's the East Coast trip, the dreaded East Coast trip that they always talk about. It's all the bad things that and it's all lining up. But those are the games you got to win, man. Those are the games that other teams win. They get in the postseason. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, so this is definitely we got to get after that Tua Viola guy, whatever his name is. We need to get after him. He's just gonna run around.
That's Mad Max's job. And hopefully Tyree. Hopefully we get to see a little more out of Tyree as well.
I need to see the other guys. I mean, the other guys are starting to help out Mad Max, but you can't always have Mad Max do all the work. We need everybody step in and
Yep.
I know they're gonna want to stop Tyreek Hill. I know that.
Yeah, I'm interested who's going to get the assignment for Tyreek. That's going to be there's some interesting matchups because there's a lot of speed matchups with playing Miami.
You know, if I don't really trust right now is Marcus Peters. I don't know if I trust him on Tyreek Hill like that. I don't know.
I don't either. I don't think he's got the speed for him. I don't think you can put him on Tyreek. I don't think he's got the speed. You already see how much cushion he gives the other guys, regular speed guys in the league. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man.
One more thing, man. I saw you live at the first home opener. Yeah, we played the Steelers, but we should have won that game. But I know you saw them fans waving them stupid retarded yellow there like always.
Yes, that was a rough one. That was a rough one. I was there with my son, and but we're hoping. I'm on a losing streak for games attended, so we'll hopefully break that streak this weekend. We'll see.
Oh yeah. If we ever catch the Steelers again, we're gonna get them. Don't worry, we're gonna get them. Kenny Pickett won't play like that against us all the time. He's gonna get it.
All right, thanks, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in, brother. I'm gonna take this other call. I've got somebody else trying. Thanks for watching, brother. Appreciate you calling in.
Oh yeah. All right.
Go Raiders. Hold on, who we got here? What's up? Who we got?
We got Troy from California, man.
What's up, Troy? How we doing, brother? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing great. Sitting here with my 7-year-old daughter, watching some cartoons, thinking about these Raiders, man.
What are you thinking, man? What's on your mind? What do you think about this team right now?
And I'm grateful that McDaniels is gone. I think we got a good roster, and everything can change. Everything can change. You know what I mean?
So, how do you feel about this game this weekend? How do you feel about this one? This Miami game.
I think that if they play their game, do some running, let them play their game, I think they should be all right.
Cool.
I think they should be all right.
Do you have a prediction?
Well, I mean, of course I want them to win.
Well, yeah, we all do, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I just want them to win, but I mean, what kind of prediction can I have? You know?
Yeah, win's about all I want as well. A W.
We got a new coach. We got a new system. Not really a new system, but you know what I mean. He's letting them play the game. So I mean, anything's possible. You've seen how football is. NFL, anything can change. Yeah, we can have a momentum. We can have all kinds of good stuff. You know what I mean? I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Me too, brother.
For 40 years, bro. You know what I mean? I watched it go up and down.
Yep.
Al Davis with his crazy shit, all this stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, man.
I'm just hopeful.
I'm hopeful too, and sports are weird. You catch some good mojo and some good emotions like what these guys got rolling right now. Sports are weird, and yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it can happen. You've seen it happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All of a sudden they get their mojo and they're rolling. All of a sudden, they're on fire.
Hey, Raiders were the first wild card champion ever. Raiders were the first, man. They were the first team that got hot at the end, stumbled in, and won it all.
That's what I'm saying. It isn't like we don't have a chance. We're in the middle of the season. We're what, 5-5 right now. You know what I mean? Fuck the Broncos. Fuck Kansas City. Fuck the Chargers. We can do this. You know what I mean?
Yep. I think. Well, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you for watching, and man, I hope you're right. I hope we can get that W this weekend. I'm gonna be down there with my son, and I like I said, I'm on a couple game losing streak, so I need a win. The last win I saw was preseason Miami. That one hardly counts, but that was last year.
My boy got to go up there and see him win last week, right?
Nice.
At the dome or at the new stadium, and I was real happy for that. You know what I mean? And so I think anything's possible. I mean, come on, we've been Raider fans for how long? You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
For me, I'm 57. I mean, probably 40 years. You know, and we watch the ups and downs. So I mean, all we can do is just hope that they get that rhythm and just go. You know what I mean? Just go. Let these players do what they're paid to do. You know.
I hope so, man. I'm looking forward to a good game this weekend. I hope they really go out and they shock the world this week. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Me. I mean, that's all we can do. You know. But it isn't like we don't have the talent.
No, that's the thing about this team, and that's why I think that some people discounting this team is this is a super talented team. The quarterback is kind of the question mark right now, but the rest of the offense is very, very talented. I mean, you've got talented weapons all over the place, and your defense is coming around too. You've got talented special teams. This team can, I think, rattle some cages a lot more than people think once they get going.
No, of course. We have weapons. So you know what I mean? Like everybody's a hater, right? You know,
well,
we're Raider Nation. Everybody hates, but the bottom line is every one of them is a professional. We're in a professional league, and these guys can make shit happen in any given day. You know.
I agree. Any given Sunday, man. And like I said, the Dolphins haven't beat anybody yet either. So they've really got to prove it too. They've got to prove themselves.
Who are the fucking Dolphins?
Come
on.
Nobody.
Let's get with it. Who are the fucking Dolphins? Stop, Alex. Come on. It's gonna happen. I'm talking about the Raiders right now. I'm talking about.
Oh man. You gotta go put some money in the swear jar.
Come here.
You got busted.
Come here. Yeah, say hi to the commissioner. Come on. You're on the radio. Come on. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Right there. Hey,
Little Raider fans.
But she grew up with the card jersey. You know what I mean? And with her little Raider bandana.
All right.
Just saying.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean?
all mine too, man. I propped them up since this silver and black from the second they came out. That's for damn sure. All right, man. Hey, I got one more person calling in. I'm gonna take this last call, brother, and that's it. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for watching, brother.
Much love, bro. Much love, man. Love everything you do, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in, brother. Have a good evening, man. Raiders. All right. What's up? What's up? You're on. What's up?
What up, committee?
Who we got? Who we got?
Huh?
Who is this? Tell me who you are.
You don't recognize my voice.
Well, I didn't. You call me and whisper sweet nothings in my ear?
This is Ariel, man. What's up?
Oh, what's up, Ariel? How you doing, man?
Good. What's up, man? Hey, man, long time no talk, man.
Yeah, how's it go? How's our number one Raider reaction chef?
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey. I was watching your show right now. Hey, good. I'm glad you're still doing your thing, bro. I know a couple of times you wanted to give up and stuff happened, man. But I'm glad you're still doing your thing, man. And I'm really happy for you, man. And I know this is your passion, and you love doing what you're doing, and just keep it up. And I'm proud of you, man. Just want to let you know that, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, the page got deleted a couple years ago, and that kind of kicks you in the balls a little bit. So we had to completely rebuild everything, but we're pretty much back. So, which is good.
Hey, man, good to see you doing your thing again, man. Hey, man, well,
I'm just excited about what's been going on with our team, man, and man, bro, we needed this coaching change, this culture change, and I'm glad we finally have a Raider culture, you know, back in the facility, back in this organization, you know, and I just hope Mark Davis, you know, hires Pierce, you know, gives him a shot, man, and lets him build this culture, you know, because that's what this team, this organization has lacked, and you know, everything. I know everybody's like feeling good, the team, the fans, the organization. So that's positive. That's a good thing, man. I don't know. I'm like you on the fence about this game, going the Dolphins, but you know, like you mentioned earlier, Dolphins haven't beat anybody that's been past, you know, over 500, and I think the key to winning in this game is our pass rush, man. Our pass rush has to be ferocious, like for 60 minutes, man.
Yeah, here's a question out in the comments. So I think it was a good one. I want to take it. Who we got that can keep up with Tyreek? Somebody asked. Who we got to keep? I think it's scheme, man. I think it's scheme and how you got, because we got nobody that damn fast that's gonna run with him. You gotta play him, you know, a certain way, you know. You got to check him at the line. You got to make things hard on him everywhere he goes. And I think the Raiders have some of the guys that can do that. Diablo and Spillane, and some of the safeties, Epps and Mulrig are good. I mean, you know, I like this defense. I think they got a chance to match up well, a lot better against Miami than some of these other teams people think.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, I think the way we're gonna be able to keep, you know, these receivers, there's not only him, but there are other receivers that are speedy. The only way we're going to keep them in check is we got to have a pass rush, man. We got to pressure Tua, and the teams that pressure Tua are the teams that force him, are the teams that forces him to make, you know, mistakes by doing turnovers.
Hell yeah, pressure makes mistakes, man. Pressure breaks pipes.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but that'll keep, you know, everything underneath. You know, you know, he's gonna have to check down or do like short crossing patterns and stuff like that. And if we can keep the Dolphins, I mean, the Dolphins are gonna drive on us. There's no question about that. But if we can keep them to field goals like we've been keeping every team, I think we got a shot, man. And we just gotta pound the ball. We gotta pound the ball, and sustain like 10 plus play drives. Take a lot of time off and keep the Dolphins offense off the field. That's the only way I see us winning this game, you know. And also, you know, obviously, you know, special teams. I mean, they've been hot all season. So, you know, I don't think they're gonna stop. I mean, we got the best punter in the NFL and kicker. You know, top 3, top 5 kickers. So,
hey, I got one more caller trying to bust in here, Ariel. Let me take him. Calling from L.A. We'll see who it is. Hey, man, it's good hearing from you, brother. I gotta hit you up next time. Oh, I just lost him. Never mind. Call back, whoever that was. Here, we got time now. I was gonna try and grab him, but he hung up. Hey, man, it's good to hear from you, man. I thought about hitting you up. I should have hit you up last time I was out in Vegas. I was out for the Steelers game. I'm still planning maybe one of the later games this year being out there, so we'll have to catch up.
Yeah, man. Come out here, hit me up, and yeah, we'll hook up, man. I'll try to hook up with you, man. It's just really hard, like you know, being the chef out here. You know, I work, you know, weekends and stuff like that, and so, you know, those are our busiest days, you know. So,
well, I know, but I can come in there and eat at least.
Yeah. No. I mean, well, the good thing is I work graveyard, so like we can meet up for like lunch or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Well, if the other guy wants to call back in, he can. He'll give the last guy.
All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go, man, so you can continue with your show, man. I just want to, give you your little props and give you my thoughts on the game, man.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's good talking to you, man. It's good hearing from you. I appreciate it. It's been definitely been a rough ride, that's for sure.
All right, brother. You have a good one, man.
You too, man. See you later. All right. Somebody tried to call in from an LA number. If you want to call back in, I'll give you about half a second, but I think that's it for the calls for the night. All right. I don't do a lot of calls, but I am going to do them on the end of the show next few weeks. Let's chat. I'm trying to be a little more interactive. You guys will be prepared next time. I hope you're right, Raymond. Raymond! I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right. Oh, Ariel gave me a nice little segue into my WTF for tonight. Oh, shit. Nice little segue into my WTF. And I see that there's something awry in my WTF. So, I got an error I got to fix as soon as I get in there. So, bear with me. It's time for the final segment. It's a good thing I'm so tech savvy that I can just fix shit on the fly like that. Yeah. You guys ain't good for nothing. I had to do it my fucking self. It's time for the WTF, goddammit. Ariel alluded to it. I have been here. I have been doing my thing for quite a while, and it has not been the easiest damn thing to do. But I would like to point out there's a reason why we're still here, and there's a reason why we've continued to do what we do, and it's because of you folks in the audience that hang out with us here at Raider Reaction, that continue to hang out with us here at Raider Reaction, that not only watch the shows, but communicate and chat with us in the comments, that banter with us in the comments, that are in the Dark Side group, about 17,000 fucking plus of you that are in there, and that follow us on Instagram, that converse with us on Twitter, that hang out with us on TikTok, everywhere. It's because of you guys. You're the reason we're still here. So we don't really care if the masses like us, or if we're the most popular Raiders show, or if we're this, that, or the other. But the fact of the matter is, our page was fucking huge 2 years ago, and then it got fucking deleted, and we had to crawl back up out the gutter. And guess what? As of today, just this social media platform, just the one you're watching right now, in the last 28 days has reached 5.3 million fucking people. That's a lot of fucking people. Over 750,000 people have engaged and commented or reacted on our page. Just one of our social media platforms. So to all of you that say, oh, this, that, and the other, and you're not this, that, and the other, you know what? What the fuck do you even care? Why do you care what we are? Because we don't care what you are. We don't watch your shit, your sugar-coated, fluffy fucking crap. You want to be the next fucking ESPN anchor? You want to be the next fucking stroke job on the worldwide leader of bullshit related to sports? Fuck that. I don't want to be none of that shit. I want to be me, a badass motherfucking Raider fan that speaks his fucking mind, and there's other people that like to fucking hear it too. And that's why we're still fucking here. That's why. Because we put in the fucking grind, and we're real, raw, and uncensored. And you motherfuckers that don't like it, eat a fucking Raider dick. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.